There are few people more dedicated to perpetuating slices of Hawaii's dwindling biodiversity than those who work to preserve critically endangered native plants. In this episode of Forest for Life, in collaboration with the Hawaii Department of Land and Natural Resources, we explore the literal circle of life of rare plants. Forests for the Future represent a circle that begins and ends with a singular focus on the mission to save plants so rare and so unique, their potential loss is incalculable.
There's no plants below me, huh?
On a cliff high in Waimea Canyon on Kauai, botanists Adam Williams and Scotty Heinzman begin the circle of life.
We use these light mesh bags and we bagged fruits on as many plants as we could, tag the individual plants, and then we'll come back next couple months and hopefully have, mature fruit and seeds to collect.
Rappelling and then hanging hundreds of feet down the side of a sheer vertical wall, they're in search of plants so rare, some species have less than a half dozen individuals left in the wild. Adam's and Scotty's positions in the circle of life begin with collecting seeds in the field from some of the 250 rare plants on the Plant Extinction Prevention Program's list of those on the cusp of being lost forever.
We'll get seeds from our state collectors, so DLNR, DOFA-PEP, and we'll bank them for long-term storage. When we're banking seeds, the biggest thing is they need to tolerate desiccation, in which case once we can dry them out, we can lower the moisture content of the seed enough to where they can survive in frozen or in some cases refrigerated storage.
At the University of Hawaii's Lion Arboretum in Manoa Valley, Nate Kingsley leads the Rare Plant Seed Lab.
So it's been going on for about 27 years now, and this is the largest seed bank in the state. We've got about 28 million seeds currently banked in freezers and refrigerators.
Many of the seeds of rare plants, about 3/4 of the species, are dried and frozen or kept cool until they're ready to transition into a nursery.
The seeds that we can't desiccate, a big one being like the Petrardia or like the Hawaiian palms, are these what we refer to as recalcitrant species. And so Microprop will grow those in vitro test tubes in tissue culture to sustain those populations and those individuals that we can't keep here in the lab.
The reason we have all these plants growing here in tissue culture is as a backup in case their counterparts go extinct in the wild, or if for outplanting projects, we can then propagate these plants out and then we can make them available to our partners for outplanting.
This part of the circle is supported by staff, students, and volunteers collectively dedicated to preserving forest biodiversity and health.
It makes me a little nervous when working with it because I want to make sure that we're keeping it healthy, but it also makes me happy that we have programs in place in order to keep these extinct plants in a collection and replant them in the wild at some point.
This is the DNLR Division of Forestry and Wildlife Kauai Seed Bank. Withdrawing common seeds from this bank is akin to rebuilding your home versus rare seed withdrawals at the Lion Arboretum Bank used to rebuild the foundation.
It was always envisioned that this seed bank wasn't going to be focused on rare species like the one at Lion Arboretum is, but instead was going to be a working seed bank for common species, for reforestation and for mitigation of large-scale forest, mortality events like a wildfire.
Or rapid ohia death, which felled millions of trees. A fortunate point in the circle of life was the creation of this bank in 2015, just about the time rapid ohia death emerged as a serious threat to Hawaii native forests.
It's a full circle picture, so we are at that point where we've taken seeds from the field, processed them here, store them, withdraw them for propagation, grow them out in the nursery, and plant them out. And I've been able to revisit some of these seedlings that are now, trees.
The end goal of these projects to create forests for the future is people won't have to manually complete the circle of life because wild populations of rare plants will be healthy enough to self-perpetuate.
We do spend a lot of time intervening and protecting them and making sure that we get every last seed from every last plant. We're able to take advantage of years of work of people collecting from the wild plants and then bring all those seeds together and create a large population like this where pollinators can find it and they can be part of the ecosystem at the numbers that closer to what they used to be in the forest.
All right, as you just learned, a lot of people in the circle are working to create forests for the future by saving the lives of hundreds of rare and native Hawaiian plants. You can learn more about Hawaii's rare plants by visiting PEPPHI.org. That's pepfi.org.